Okay, so we begin moving our ball of attention to one side, allowing it to roll down the foot, below the foot. So the other foot is totally relaxed. We are rooted like a tree. And then we pull it back up through the leg, move it to the other side. When it is in the center, the weight is balanced on both feet. And then we allow it to roll down the other foot. So the force goes down below the other foot. And then we can move the other leg because we are rooted here. This is the idea. So we pull it up and allow it to roll down. Once it reaches the floor, it bounces upwards. Okay? This is the simple way of allowing the body to root. Okay? If you use our right hand, we move to the right and we pour the energy to the other side. Fill it up, pour it up. Okay? So we can add another hand. So we fill one hand and we pour the energy to the other hand. Don't rush. The most important thing is not the hands, but the feet. So you can feel the energy going down or the weight going down. Okay? And just keep on doing it without the hands. Just going from one side to the other. And we're going to hit with one hand in front of the front center. On the right is the liver, on the left is the spleen. Okay? And we begin with the left hand hitting in front of the liver and the right hand in front of the spleen. So once we are down, we hit. Down. So we hit, at the same time we are rooted. Okay? And we exhale while exhale. Exhale. So this is a way of rooting and moving from our navel center. Okay? Okay, and we do the same while we do a different movement. We hit with a fist horizontally and stand like this, you can see. So we move one side, move to the right and hit with the left fist, and then the other way. Okay? So again, we move one side to the other side a few times, and now we add the left hand, right foot and left hand. Okay, so we hit. The arm flies very freely. It contracts only when it hits, just before it hits the point. Okay? So, the thing that is most important are the feet, not the fists. Feet. So we root and hit at the same time. Okay, and we stop. Just pay attention to your body. Try to find the right posture so we can have this axis coming from the skies to our crown, going down through our body, down to the floor between the feet, between our feet. Allow your body to be totally relaxed. You can pull the chin inward a bit. Put the crown above the house and allow the feet to sink below the ground until you are totally relaxed. Okay, now we'll sit and we'll do the attention and hand scan. Okay, so try to find a comfortable posture. It's very important to have a comfortable posture. If you sit cross-legged, maybe it's easier to connect through the perineum. If you sit or hold with the feet on the ground, maybe it's easier to root through your feet. So very gently try to find the right posture. You can do this using peripheral view, or you can close your eyes, whichever is more convenient. I remind you that we use our attention to move over the body, but we add our hands, the two hands are connected with our intent, with our emptiness. And always one hand is on our navel. So if they are connected, it doesn't matter where the other hand is, there's emptiness which connects, and this emptiness can move energy the way we use in Qigong. And sometimes you can feel something moving, energy moving. It's okay, this is the idea. So we practice using attention. Also, we practice to allow our body to be a vehicle for energy. This is the idea. Today we're going to do it quite quick. I'm trying to do it quicker and quicker, but it's very difficult to do it quick. I don't know why. Okay, so we use the three steps. First step is to pay attention to our whole body. One click, pay attention to your whole body. Second click, we connect to the earth. Allow the earth energy to surround us and go inside us. And the third click, we connect to each other, creating a rapport with all the other participants. Okay. And now we begin. We put our left hand on the navel center. And the right hand above our crown. Remember, and we scan the body. We go down the axis first. Try to have a certain impression of our crown center. And then we go down the axis. So even though the hand is in front of us, the scan is going all the way behind our body, and somehow it connects to the other hand. And we move the hand all the way down to the area between our feet. Once we get to the floor, we pause for several seconds, and we have impression of our whole body. Then we move upwards, all the way up, all the way back to the top of the body. Don't rush, but sometimes if you feel like staying a bit longer, just stay a bit longer. Then move on, all the way until we reach top of the head, and search where you feel the crown center best. Maybe you can even pull it upwards a bit, so it affects our spine in a way. We continue to the back of the head, scanning the back of the head, and then we scan the head from right to left. We go around the head from right to left, counterclockwise, scanning the side of the head, ear, temple, face, and the left side of the head, all the way to the back of the head. Then we go down to the back of the neck and we scan the neck again from right to left, counterclockwise. And we scan the neck until we reach the back of the neck and we move on to the left shoulder. So we scan the left shoulder toward the shoulder joint and down the arm all the way to the tip of the fingers. And when we reach the tip of the fingers, we pause again for several seconds to have impression of our whole body. And then we climb back up. And remember, it is never the same. Going down and up is a different road, different impressions. So when we reach the shoulder joint, move over the left shoulder again. And we go down the left side of the body from the left shoulder to the waistline. So once we reach the waistline, we continue and move to the right shoulder. You don't have to have your hand exactly above the shoulder. It's the intention which counts. Intention connects our hands with our shoulders or any part of the body. And once we are through with the shoulder, we go down the right side of the body to the waistline. And again, once we arrive at the waistline, we change hands. The right hand is on the navel and the left hand bring over the crown center. So we do the same now with the left hand. First find the crown center, see if you can feel its energy, and then we go down, forward, front of the body, down the axis. You see, we scanned it before with the right hand, but it's different now. Maybe we can go deeper, maybe it's the different impression. So we go all the way down to the floor between our feet. And again, once we get there, we pause for several seconds to have impression of our whole body. We go back up now. All the way to the top. Maybe some places will have a tendency to leave your hand there. So just allow it to stay a bit longer and then move on. Until we get to the top of the head and try to feel your crown again. And maybe you can play with the crown, like if you pull it up with your intent, with your intention, and your hand goes upwards, maybe you can feel yourself taller, or something in your spine is looser in a way. And we continue to the back of the head, and we scan the head from left to right this time, clockwise. all the way to the back of the head. Then we go down the back of the neck and we scan the neck clockwise from left to right. Till we reach the right shoulder. When we get to the right shoulder, we scan the right shoulder, going to the shoulder joint, down the arm to the tip of the fingers. And again, once we get to the tip of the fingers, we pause for several seconds and have the impression of our whole body. And then we move back up. Until we get to the shoulder joint, then we scan the right shoulder again. And we move down the right side of the body to the waistline. And once we are through there, we move to the left shoulder again. And we scan the left shoulder again. And we move down the shoulder on the left side of the body, all the way down to the waistline. So when we are through, we change hands again. Now the left hand is on the navel center, and with the right hand we begin to scan from the left hip joint moving to the right, going over the pelvis, allowing the energy there to begin to circulate. I'm emphasizing every time there's a lot of energy stuck in the pelvis. It is important to move them. And when we get to the right hip joint, make sure we scan everywhere there and we move down the leg to the tip of the toes of the right foot. You don't have to lean down, just use your intention to scan the leg. And this time too, once we get to the tip of the toes, we pause for several seconds. And then to have an impression of our whole body. And then we climb back up the leg. Till we get to the right hip joint, and then we move to the center, the navel center. And there we change hands again. The right hand now is on the navel center, and with the left we begin to scan from the right hip joint going left. And as we get to the left hip joint, we move down the leg to the tip of the toes of the left foot. Don't hurry. And once we got there, pause again for several seconds to have impression of our whole body. and return going upwards. All the way to the left hip joint. And then we move to the navel center. So we have both hands on the navel center. You can leave them there or put your hands on the knees and have the impression of our whole body. Feel the whole body. And if your eyes are closed, allow them to open gently without letting go of your impression of yourself. You can even play with the eyes to see the difference when they're open and when they're closed. When you open them to peripheral view. Now we come to the questions I suggest each one should ask, not necessarily with words, just to question yourself if your head is more silent, if the sea of emotions is more calm, if your body is more relaxed, and if you feel some friction, may be felt by the moving up the side of the mouth with very small smile. Well, if anybody wants to say anything, please do. If not, we'll ask Ronit to play us a song.
Everyone is quiet.
Yeshua, what was the question at the end?
לא שמענו את הסוף.
The four questions I suggest you ask yourself. The first is whether the head is more silent. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Second, whether the sea of emotion is more calm.
Mm.
The third is whether the body is more relaxed. And the last one is if you feel some affection, is your heart is a bit open. I said about smile because maybe there's a very tiny smile. Let's change 1 millimeter is a very great change. It helps our anything that happens inside also in the body. That's all. You have to ask yourself. No one can tell you. This is
Thank you.
I think it's right to do it.
No, no, I can't see.
Ronit, you want to play us a song?
Sure.
Mhm.
One second.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yoshi.
Merci.
Yoshi. Oh, Yelet. Nice to see your face.
תודה.
What a waste. Why didn't you put your face on the screen before?
כן, אני יודעת.
Aurelie, how are you?
Okay, thank you.
Good. Anything else? Anybody?
שיהיה כרגיל זה מדהים.
תגידי באנגלית.
I think it's amazing. ככה אני חושבת.
What is amazing?
המפגש הזה, המעברים. לא בא לי לדבר אנגלית שלי.
She likes this Zoom session.
Yes.
It's really calming.
Yeshua,
Yes?
you said you put link for the magical passes. Where is it?
It's on the chat board. If you look on the chat board here, there are 3 links.
I am on the chat, but let's see.
Just copy them and
You know, I think it was in the other, when you did the Zoom and you stopped.
שיהיה לא, אין את זה עכשיו.
You need to do it.
I just put them again.
Yes.
Can you see them?
You put them again now?
No, it's
No.
they're on. If you
No,
open the
it's-
chat board, you don't see it?
No, because it was in the last, it's the other call from before.
Yeah, but I have it now here. I can see it on my screen.
User.
On our end.
I can try to do it again. I don't know what to do. Copy.
Moi, je les ai toujours. Hein.
I put them again, but I don't know. Can you see anything?
Yes, now we see.
Oh, okay. So you can just
Thank
copy it and put it somewhere.
Select all.
Because there are many videos in my account. So it's sometimes difficult to find which one. If you like this
I
pass,
found it.
it's a nice pass. You know, you can. It's not so difficult. It has to
רגע,
do
שיהיה,
with.
זה לא ביוטיוב גם? יש?
הכל ביוטיוב, כן.
בסדר.
It has to do with looking far. Looking far. When you want to, you don't know what's going to happen, so you have to fly high so you can look far and see what's happening. This is the idea. Okay? So we say thank you because
Thank
it's
you.
gonna end soon. Okay.
Thank you. Bye
ביי
bye.
ביי.
Bye.
Thank you.
ביי כולם.
טוב.
אורלי, she's gone. טוב.
הילד טוב לראות אותה. she left.
Bye.
I love you, Yoshua.
Quelle Italia.
Bye bye.
Bonsoir, bonsoir à tous.
Bonsoir.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, Italia.
Magnifique, magnifique.
Magnifique. להתראות.
Merci.
ביי ביי.
Bye.
Yeah, that's all good.